Hey guys, Geoscano here bringing you another God Guide. This time to my favorite god, Hachiman. Man, it's been a while since I've done this. Alright, let's start this out by going through his abilities. His passive is Master of Arms. When he hits autos, he gains a stack with a max of 5 that lasts for 8 seconds. Each stack gives him additional MP5. His first ability, Eagle Eye, empowers his next few auto attacks to do extra damage and have more range. If the arrows go far enough, they do extra damage as well. His second ability, Heavenly Banner, drops an AoE banner that deals damage on contact. Gives him additional attack speed and a buff that improves attack speed for all allies near the banner. Alright, forgive my pronunciation on his third ability, Yaijitsu, which is his escape ability. He pulls out his sword, dashes forward, attacking enemies in his way. At the end, he spins his sword around doing a second attack. If enemy gods are hit by both the dash and the swing, they will be stunned. His ultimate, Mounted Archery, has him ride on his horse with increased movement speed, and he can let loose a barrage of arrows in a cone in front of him. Each enemy god in the range is hit and slowed. Alright, the first abilities you want to go are Heavenly Banner, Yaijitsu, Heavenly Banner, Eagle Eye, and his ability priority after that is Mounted Archery, Heavenly Banner, Eagle Eye, and finally Yaijitsu. Hachi is really a standard and safe ADC, so you want to pick items for the current Hunter build with a twist. I like to start my games off by getting the starter item, Hunter's Blessing in Conquest, Attacker's Blessing in the other game modes. Then you do something a little bit strange. I buy a Health Chalice and 4 to 5 health potions, depending on the pressure you think that will come. He can do this because his passive provides him MP5, which is enough to get by in most cases. This gives him a huge edge in the early game, as very few other hunters or even most of any class expect you to be able to take so much damage, and a lot of times they'll overcommit. Going this Health Chalice build really lets you be way more aggressive, take way more damage, and stay in lane a lot longer than any other class, really.
Wow.
But if you don't want to do that, you can just pick up the rank 1 Transcendence or Devourer's Gauntlet item if you want. Follow that up with a Ninja Tabi, Aussie, Ikavol, Executioner, Chin Size, and replace your boots with Bloodforge if you went Transcendence, and maybe something like Titan's Bane if you went Devourer's Gauntlet. If you want to see bigger numbers, you can go Transcendence, Ninja Tabi, Aussie, Ikavol, Wind Demon, Deathbringer, and replace your boots for Bloodforge. Really just go the standard Hunter build. There are a lot of them work, and you have to make sure that you're tailoring your build to the other teams. There are a lot of tanky guys out there. You need to get your pen, and Chin Size is great for that. If they're all pretty easy to take down, crit is okay. Alright, let's talk about some combos. Well, really, just hit your shit. I mean, but seriously, most of the stuff that he has is just all about doing damage. So instead of combos, let's just talk about how to use his abilities optimally. Playing Hachiman really forces you to hit your auto attacks. I mean, that it's a hunter, so it's like, yeah, of course. His 1 really does give you extra range for hitting your autos. This poke can be extremely valuable if you're able to hit it and kind of predict where people are going. It pushes them back and really keeps you out of any danger. They can't threaten to kill you if they're having to stand way far back. This can also be used to hit the wave earlier, allowing you to clear the wave quicker than most ADCs. And there's really just a lot of benefits. You want to be using this ability a lot. Alright, his 2 is mostly for the damage, but it does increase the attack speed, which is really important. And new Hachimans don't really understand how important that is. It's really best to drop the banner, stand inside the banner, and you get a lot of attack speed. This is the reason why skilled Hachiman players drop their banner when they are attacking towers. It isn't because it adds damage or does damage to the tower, but it gives you attack speed and other allies who stand near you. This is really just a finer little point that you need to take your Hachiman play to the next level. His 3 is mostly an escape, but it actually does pretty good damage. The base damage is around half as much of his banner. So if you hit it twice, you're looking at basically the same amount of damage on your banner and a stun. So if you can stun them with both hits, drop your banner, land a few autos, that is a lot of damage. I use it aggressively quite often, and it really does do a lot more than people expect. It's really good at saving allies in tight situations as well. If someone's trying to get away, just giving them a quick stun. But it is key to hit them when you dash, and then I like to turn backwards so that my swing with the sword, the cleaving, hits a larger area and is more likely to give you that stun and second hit, which is really critical when using this offensively. I really enjoy Hachiman's ultimate. It really checks all of the boxes. It does good damage, hits multiple gods, can be used as an escape, and can be used to chase down kills with it. I mean, this is one of the reasons he is so consistent. Not to mention, it has a pretty decently low cooldown. You can use this at any stage in the fight, and the impact is felt right away. Start a fight, you can slow them all and do a good amount of damage. The slow lets your team engage better, prevent them from escaping or positioning correctly. You can use it to finish off kills on weak targets, which is usually what I end up doing. This also works to get you closer to them. You can have them in range and get closer to hit another 2 or some auto attacks, or even just reach for your 1, finishing them off with ease. Or if you're dying, it's great as an escape ability. Just be careful when getting greedy, because you can only turn about 90 degrees. So when you turn, it kind of makes it funky, and it can really mess you up sometimes and make it even like slower if you do some sort of thing. So if you're using an escape, just get out. But yeah, they're really not going to catch up to you if you just straight up run away. This will probably be the quickest beginning, mid, end game section I've ever had because it's super simple. Hachiman is strong at all points in the game. The name of the game with him is consistency. He isn't the best scaling god for a hyper carry, but he is still quite strong in the end. His early game is also really good. He has a lot of poke, wave clear, and solid escapes, and even a stun. Like that's really big. He can dish out a bunch of damage, and he can still carry it with the others, hitting hard with his auto attacks. Really, just he's solid throughout all the game, every single game. Alright, let's talk about alternative game modes. He is hands down my favorite god to play in any game mode. The consistency he brings translates to all of them. He is great at 1v1 fights. He can bring the pain in team fights. He's my top played Joust god for a good reason. His ultimate is truly powerful, being able to be used in multiple ways. He can carry end games. He can have great early games. It's just, I think he's just the bee's knees. And that's my guide to Hachiman. I'm Geoscano. Did I miss anything? Tweet me at Geoswarp. Join me on my live stream at twitch.tv/Geoswarp and sign up to play Smite with the link in the notes below. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.